Yes, we're live. It's all good. And yes, we do what we can. We don't want to keep you guys waiting. Thank you for everyone who fancied joining along this evening. Excuse me. So, yes, all good in the hood. Can you let me know if the audio and visual are any good? If not, we've got to start again. So, we'll wait for the lag. I believe it's about 5 or 10 seconds. So, we're just checking all of this. Just checking the chat right now. London girls in the house. Deep in the bunkers in the house. Awesome. And let's have a look. Slave to no man. Thank you, sir. So we're good to go. Wicked. What a time it's been. Yes, I'm still got this illness. So yeah, you'll have to bear with me. It is what it is. But we're absolutely buzzing like crazy on coffee right now. Like you wouldn't believe. And yeah, it's difficult because I got the screen right there I'm looking at, and the camera is right up there. So yes, it's very hard to look at the camera because I miss all of the chat. So apologies about all of that. So whilst we wait for everyone to turn up, it's all looking good. Well, look at that. We got someone from North Carolina, Reloader. Good to see you, brother. So what we're gonna do? Yeah, why not? Let's just see where you guys are from right now. Because I'm always interested. I'm sure some of you guys are as well. So let's have a look. Wow, we got Christopher over in Spain. Hola. That's cool. Who else have we got? Oh, wow. A place called Rossendale. Oh, I've got no idea what it is. Uh, North Wales, Yorkshire, County Durham. Awesome. Sky Girl, Petersfield. I know Petersfield very well. Good to see Petersfield being represented. And Ginger Pale. Greetings all the way from the United States of Kiss My Ass, Nebraska. Yes, sir. Nebraska. I know a good guy in Nebraska. Yeah, the Don's 52, I think his name is. Yeah, Mr. Bill from McCook, legend. I always big him up. I love that guy. Um, excuse me. Wow, look at this. We got people. New Mexico, John. Good to see you, brother. That's a long way from Wales. God, what is it then? I'll just start talking. I'll start coughing. Hmm. That's a shock. 360 people in the house. If you can hit the thumbs up, that'd be cool. I really appreciate that. Ireland, yes. Apparently, I'm hearing quite a lot of chatter online on social media that there's a lot going on in Ireland right now. It could be something to do with a migrant situation, as a guess, without me looking into it. So yeah, there are things going on in Ireland as we speak. Be interesting to know what is going on over from you awesome people. Ohio, awesome. We was chatting to a good friend who lives in Ohio last night. Actually, yeah, it's a great time. Beautiful part of the world. South Carolina, Chris, how you doing, brother? From the USA. We got someone there. Hillsy boy. Ah, Hillsy. I know Hillsy. Tamworth. Awesome. We got someone up in Jockland. Hammy, good to see you. Yeah, fair play to you, brother. Yeah, what's the situation in Ohio? You know, we heard a big thing about all of the train derailments and the chemical stuff and all of that nonsense. So, has there been any developments on that? What's actually happened since that disaster? That'd be cool. Let me see. What else have we got? John from Glasgow. He's probably laughing and grinning, shaking his head, going, "You." We got Shell over in NI. Awesome. Always represent NI in the house. Oh, this is interesting. Look at this. We got Englishman in Russia. Look at that with sunglasses. You must know my friend Lars. Survivor Russia. Also, what's this? Accrington Stanley. Oh, they. Awesome. Good to see. Oh, check this out. We got someone from Hawaii. Wow. Who remembers Hawaii 5-0 back in the day? Yeah. I remember that. Awesome. Good to see you, Dave. Brilliant. This is amazing. You guys are literally from all over the place. And check it out. Dan, the man who know he can, Cornwall being represented right there. Big up the Cornish, 100%. There we got here. Oh, M, a Pompey girl. Oh, fair play to you, darling. I was in North End myself. Man and boy, Cardiff Road. Yeah, Nottingham. Sorry about that. Sorry, don't want to upset anyone. Oh, what's this? Is that a real wood burner? Yeah, of course it is. What do you think? I'm green screening this? Yeah, I'm in a tiny little high rise in the middle of London, and this is a green screen. I'm not really in Wales. Oh man, really? This is fun, awesome. So what have we got here? Oh yes, just what it's popped into my mind. There's a few people who donated on PayPal last night, which didn't come through on my notifications whilst we were live. But when I signed off, unbelievable amount of guys left donations. So I'm really sorry that I didn't catch that. I've done something this time so I can hopefully capture it live, because everyone who donates to this channel absolutely deserves a shout out for sure. So yeah, I really apologize that. So I'm hoping I'm on it now. Oh, look at this, from New Zealand. Whoa, that's a long way away. And we've got someone else. There's two people in Spain right now. That's pretty cool. Awesome. Good to see you, Norman. Peter Green, hi. Patsy Ballantyne, all the way from London. Oh, right there, son. Brilliant. We got Jen Till, Peter Underwood, Skeptic Al, John D, Hi K, Emoven, Sai Ami. Awesome. Oh, what's this? Check this out. We're in York. You have 29 people in a working men's club. Yes, we're all real working men's clubs. That's what we'd like to see. Yeah, you guys stick together, and who's got the next round? I hope it's subsidised in that club. Yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Awesome. Look at this. We've got someone else in Nebraska. Awesome. This is amazing, you guys. Sparky Ray in the house. Kaz Baleford. David's Calf. Earthheart. Be Kind and Prep from Birmingham. What do we do? This great up Birmingham with it. Fantastic. We got Sky Girl from Glasgow. Yeah, right. John Baxter. Yeah, he's just busy laughing at my silly stuff. Right, let's bring the comments down. There's just so many. We got over 500 in the house. Ben, 4x4 fella, awesome moderator and good support of the channel. Good to see you on here, brother. Absolutely awesome. Excuse me. Someone else watching from Ireland. XN. Good to see. Good to see. Wow. What's this, Liz? I'll have the scarces. Scottish Highlands. Now, if you want to bug out, that's the place to be out there. Now, there was two places I looked up in Scotland. One was Galloway sort of area, the forest, and the other place near Balmoral. They're the only two areas of mass woodland I can find in Scotland, and the rest of it's just like Wales, just grass. So yeah, that's pretty awesome. We got Liz, good to see you from Warwickshire. Brilliant. So yes, we have got a fair amount of people in here, 542. So what we're going to do is we're going to just wait till we get a few more people turn up before we get into some weird stuff tonight, okay? Let me just have a quick look to see. Like I say, if you're new to the channel, there is various donation stuff available. There's lots of new stuff in the description box, so I completely redone the description box below. So if you want to check it out, a new thing which I've only had one person donate because it only went up last night, and that was buy me a coffee. I've got no idea how it works, so that's awesome. What else is there? The mailing list. Yes, please sign up for the mailing list. Okay, that's really, really important. Let me see. Let's take that off because we've done all that already. Yeah, the mailing list. If you're not on that, just get on it real quick. It's simple as hell. You just whack an email address in. You're done. Okay. Like I said, if anything happens to this channel, it's possible but unlikely. Possible still nonetheless that I could be banned for some of the things that I talk about. in this day and age. So yeah, please jump on the mailing list. And also, if you have anything that you wish to email me on, if I can say that quickly, that is all below in the description box. Okay, so you can email me anytime you want, day or night. It's encrypted, and if you wish to remain anonymous, like lots of people are, which is absolutely fine by me and fair enough, it's guaranteed I won't reveal your identity online. Okay, so yes, and this is also for you guys watching on the replay. Okay, you can't make it live. I understand not everyone can make it live. It's absolutely fine, clear and understood. So we're going to whack straight back into the comments. Wow, yeah, we've got lots of people, nearly 600 people already. That's awesome. Now, what I wanted to do for a bit of a joke. Now, I got the idea from a friend of mine. His YouTube channel is called Weapon Collector. His name's Mike. He's a dear friend of mine. We go way back, and he's got a brother, a twin brother, called Malcolm, and he does JJR Survival. Anything you wish to know about making traps, JJR Survival. John J. Rambo used to be called 1111, I think it was. Excellent. Them two lads are fantastic. So yes, I've got this idea from Mike, Weapon Collector, and what he does when he does his live streams, he puts funny little clips in there, and so I've got the idea from him. So it's entirely his fault that you're going to see a series of these. Now, I'm a little bit caught short, but I can rearrange things. Just give us a sec. What I'm wanting from you guys is ideas. Now, I want some creativity from you guys. Okay. Now, I've wrote down some notes and bullet points of things that we're going to be talking about this evening. All of the stuff which involves us preppers, who, looking at it, you guys are from all around the world, which is awesome. Okay, so I've got my pen, I've got my piece of paper. Also, I've got my drink. Now, this is special. I've never had this before. You know, where I'm always an advocate of bigging up local businesses. Right, I bought this from a shop. I'm not affiliated in any way. I've spent my own money on this before some of you weirdos shoot me down. This is don't even know what it is. It's Borderland. Look at that, and it's called The Beast. And if you can look at that, if it's going to focus. Oh, this webcam's crap. 8.4%. It's the strongest cider they do. And some of you guys know that I do love a good, strong cider. None of it wishy-washy stuff. Now this, yeah, it's made in Wales, and it's a place called Newtown. So a bit north of Bilf Wales, where I'm from. And we're going to be tucking into some of this at 10 o'clock this evening. So if you want to join me, absolutely awesome. So just quickly drop it into the chat. I don't want to miss any donations. So if any of you guys are donating, I'm really sorry if I've missed anything, okay? Because I'm going from the chat to other things. This is all like central command stuck in there. So yes, going back to what I took from Mike about putting clips up there. Now I'm going to show you a few clips so we can have a bit of a laugh, waiting for loads more people to come into the chat. So what I want you to do is I want you to think about what sort of funny clips that you want me to show on this YouTube channel that I do on these live streams. Okay, so.
And now for something completely different.
So this one I actually ripped tonight and just got up there. So who remembers this one?
I have come here to chew bubblegum and kick ass. And I'm all out of bubblegum.
Absolutely excellent. So yeah, if you guys have any ideas of what sort of funny clips, whack it in the chat. Or if you're watching on the replay, put it in the comment section. And when I get chance, finally, if I can find some sort of time to go through all of this, and there's thousands of messages, it's really hard. Okay, They Live, absolutely on point there, mate. Excellent film, very good film. If you've not seen They Live, made in the 80s, I believe it was, from Rowdy Roddy Piper, who is in the WWF, the World Wrestling Federation. You guys remember that stuff? Oh, look at this. We got our first donation. Thank you for Mary. Is it Mary? Now, it's got to be Merry Christmas, as in Merry Christmas, not Mary. I got 3 flavors of love. What? 3 flavors of lava hot coffee. Beautiful flavor. Oh, yeah. Honestly, that coffee is my go-to. I don't really have anything else. I have other coffees, and in fact, I've got one right here, and do you know what? We're going to do an unboxing pretty much. Now this, you guys have got to see this. Now I've not set up any affiliate stuff or nothing like this, but I'm waiting to try this. This is from a real good friend of mine who makes his own stuff. Okay, he's got his own independent business. He's massively into the 1940s, old things bloaty, and it's really good coffee. So I'm itching to do that. I'm refraining from opening it because what I want to do is I want to get better, get this weird virus out of the way, so I can go outside and I want to do a really good video about this coffee. I'm itching to try it. So I love having a laugh, and I know some of you guys want to see serious stuff like the doom and the gloom and the latest things we should prep for. I'll get it. It's absolutely clear and understood. But we try to mix things up on this channel. We try to have a bit of fun as well. Part of tonight's live stream is a bit of fun. And like last night's one was all about being positive, etc. So I do think it's important, and we try and break it up a bit. I'm sure you'll agree. Okay. If you want to watch 24/7 fear, there's a couple of YouTube channels out there, big channels, which do it on a daily basis. I'm not going to mention no names. That's the sucker punch. We're not going to go there. So, yes, absolutely. You're very welcome. And thank you for that donation. It is good coffee. It seriously is good coffee. So, yes, right. We're going to go on to the next one. Speaking of coffee, check this out. Because I'm buzzing right now on coffee. I needed some because I was absolutely on my backside. Check this out. Who remembers this film?
You want some coffee? That's a good idea. Hello.
I love that film, Spice Like Us, dude. Do you remember that back in the 80s? I think it was. Yeah. So yeah, we want to see your recommendations and ideas and what you want me to show on here. They Live. Yeah, come on, give me some ideas. Oh, here's my video request. American Psycho. What's it? I need to return some videotapes. Oh, yeah, that film was a bit bloody Tom and Dick, isn't it? Peter Sellers, The Party. Do you know what? I was looking at some of those clips when I done the Pink Panther one, which we're going to see in a bit. Honestly, Peter Sellers, what a legend. What an absolute legend. So, yeah, we're seeing what your recommendations. Fork Handles, The Two Ronnies. Yeah, unfortunately, I can only show little 5-second clips. So, a particular one-liner, it'd be cool. So, that's awesome. Some of you guys in the chat, brilliant. Oh, bloody hell, hot sauce, awesome. Log burner installed next week before they ban them. Good man, mate. You won't regret it, honestly. I mean, that thing there, I mean, it's about 23 degrees in here. It's too hot, but I couldn't be doing a live stream without that fire. So yeah, talking about getting it done. Wow, wicked. The parrot sketch. Yeah, Blazing Saddles. Yeah, that's a good one. I'm writing that one down. Blazing Saddles. Man, that is. I forgot about that film. Alf Garnett, Terminator, Stripes, Dan Aykroyd. Tell you what, let's hit on to another one. Now, this is because there's always people in the chat who think they're really funny, right? So sometimes when you see some of these idiots, especially if they've got like a behind the scenes having a pop at me, because some people on here do that. So this is for you guys.
No comedians, please.
Colour Sergeant Bourne said so. All right. Yeah. What else have we got? Going through them. I love this one. It's absolutely cracks me up. Look at the chat. 666. What a time to do this. Oh man, that stuff kills me. It's brilliant. Oh, dude. On the buses. Oh my god. Yeah, I remember on the buses. Tommy Cooper. Yeah, I could do some Tommy Cooper stuff. Ha ha ha. Bloody hell. Dawn of the Dead. Yeah. Oh, do you know what? It just reminded me, Shaun of the Dead, because that's got some funny stuff. Keep them coming, guys. Honestly, I might not get through all of them because there's tons of people on here right now. The Man with Two Brains. Oh, yeah. Do you remember that? This guy is paying me $100,000 just to touch my ass. Kathleen Turner, do you remember that? Oh, it's fantastic. The sheriff is near. Ding. Yeah, I could do. You got to be careful now. People out there get offended by that stuff. Yeah, you got to be a bit clever and showing stuff like that, sir. John Belushi, 1941. I've not seen that film. Right, let's go. Let's bring it down. I'm sorry if I've missed any. Blues Brothers. Sorry, not a fan of the Blues Brothers. Oh, God, I'll see a couple of clips of it. And no, I'd rather watch paint dry, to be fair. But that's just me. Ricky Gervais. He said some wicked stuff about what was going on in 2020 on the Oscars, I think it was, or the Grammys. That was funny. But no, I wasn't a fan of The Office. I thought that was weird. Do you know what? I've heard someone else mention Dr. Strangelove. I've never seen this film, but as part of the research project which I was involved in, this film come up under the Stanley Kubrick Odyssey, as it were. And I do need to watch Dr. Strangelove. In fact, I'm going to put that down as a recommendation to watch. Right. Okay. Thanks for that. Appreciate it. Yes, I do need to see that. Oh, mate. You, Andrew, I love you, sir. Dave Allen. I sent a clip to my dad only a few days ago about some of the Dave Allen stuff. I don't know if I can get away with it now, but nonetheless, he is so funny, that guy. Oh, yes. Mate, you've cracked it there. Cheech and Chong. Up in Smoke? Who's seen Up in Smoke? Yeah. Cheech and Chong. I don't know if Faye's on there, the #1 mod, but I went on to Cheech and Chong's official Instagram page, and I won a competition for a device, shall we say. And because I don't participate in that activity anymore, maybe months ago I might have used to, but I sent it to her. And yeah, that's an official Cheech and Chong. Yes, wicked. Brilliant. Oh, I'm missing so many. There's like nearly 700 people in here now. What else have we got? The A-Team. Oh my God, do you remember some of the A-Team? Columbo. Yes. Twin Town. Yeah, there's got to be a few things from Twin Town. That's a good film, that is. Yeah. If you're not seeing Twin Town, it's brilliant. I ain't seen it for years now. In fact, I stopped watching films, well, at least 5 years ago now. Bottom. Yeah, there's some good stuff in there. Brewster's Millions. Miss L. Oh, I love you. That is a funny film. Oh, look at this. I nearly missed it. Wow. Awesome. John Baldwin, thank you very much. Honestly, the Blues Brothers is a classic. Well, I might have to try and watch some, but I remember watching some a long time ago, and I was just like, oh, God. It's like, yeah, you either love it or you hate it, like Marmite. But no, do you know what? I was watching some Kenny Everett Sid Snot, mate, the other day. Nigel? Yeah, absolutely. No, that film, I remember seeing that. Remember the hotel scene with that lizard with all the water? Brilliant. Yeah. Oh, my God. You guys are awesome. Let's go to some more before we get carried away. Now, this is one of my all-time favourite films. Watch this.
Hi, man.
What are you doing?
I'm drinking wine and eating cheese and catching some rays, you know.
Oddball is my go-to hero. It's absolutely awesome. Oh, I love it. So, yeah. Oh, it looks like we're not going to get that many people in the chat tonight, so I might have to get stuck into this. Maybe no one wants to see this sort of stuff, but at least we got some real fans sticking around. That's awesome. Now this. Yeah, see no evil, hear no evil. Though that is a funny film. Legs you can suck on for a week or something like that. Daniel, awesome. Yeah. Oh, there's loads here, isn't there? Billy Colony. Oh my God. Andrew, man, you're hitting all the right chords tonight, brother. And this one here. Now, this guy here, TPS 30, Laurel and Hardy films. Some of you may or may not know, I am a massive Laurel and Hardy fan. I've got every single film that they've ever done. I was once a member of the Helpmates Association here in the UK. Yeah, massive fan of Laurel and Hardy. Yeah, well said. They are the true geniuses. Oh my God, Rising Damp. Do you remember that? Belinda. Yeah, I was a walk in the park. That was, wasn't it? Bloody hell. The Fall Guy. Yeah, we used to watch that. Bloody hell, you guys are insane. Look at all these. Um, who remembers this film?
I'd buy that for $1.
RoboCop. Man, that was Stonewall classic right there. Porridge. Yeah, I've got to find some funny things from Porridge. There's a lot in there, isn't there? Yeah, I'm not sure if everyone would know it, but yeah. Ed and Joan both recommended Porridge. Yes, absolutely. Love Vo Neighbour. Bloody hell. Can you imagine that now? Hello, hello. Oh, yeah, there's some seriously hot girls in that, weren't there? Yeah, I remember. Bloody Reginald Perrin. Bloody hell. The Gemini Man. Airwolf. Bionic Man. Yeah. Dave Allen once again. Alf Garnett. Oh, I couldn't get away with that now. God, are you trying to get me banned on YouTube? You guys, honestly. Right. Who can tell me what film this is
You know, in another life, you'd have made an excellent criminal.
Yes, and you, sir, an excellent policeman.
Now that is a seriously awesome film worth watching. And we're going to see the first person who is going to get that right. So that would be cool to see. In fact, my partner got me onto that film. I had no idea it existed. So we watched both of them because it's two films. There it is. You got it in one. Yes. Based Armchair. Now that, if you've not seen the Sherlock Holmes films, there's two of them, I believe, by Guy Ritchie. Watch them. They are fantastic. And I believe Guy Ritchie was mucking around with Madonna at the time, and there's a lot of hidden symbolism in some of those films, okay? Yeah, if you like studying films like I do, absolutely. What else have we got? All right, then. Who can tell me what film this is from?
That's enough! That's enough!
That's enough. That's enough. We might have to get moving. Citizen Smith. Oh yeah. Power to the people. I remember that. Kes. Oh God, do you remember watching Kes at school? I think everyone in the UK watched Kes, didn't they? American Werewolf in London. Oh, who was the first? Oh my God, I can't keep up. There's too many of them, but yes, American Werewolf in London. I watched that for the first time only recently. That was recommended by Mike, Weapon Collector. And yeah, I had no idea Jenny Agatha was in there. And I had a massive crush on her back in the 80s. I'm not going to admit, it is. I'm not going to lie. She is one hot woman. What do we got here? Yeah,
what is this, Wonka? Some kind of fun house?
Why, having fun?
This one as well. This is one of my personal favorites.
Who do you think you are?
And who remembers this?
Surely you can't be serious.
I am serious. And don't call me Shirley.
Right, that's enough. We're going to be losing people left, right, in Chelsea right now. So let me see. What are we going to go through first? I've done quite an extensive list on stuff which is on our minds at some point. Okay. So, what I'm going to say, right, is there's a link right below this video, right near the very top, right? Now, that is a link to a 48-hour live broadcast stroke podcast, which is going on right now. So if you want to, after the live stream, click onto that. And if you're concerned or have got any interest about what is happening with our children in British schools right now, you need to watch that. Okay. If you're a parent and you've got kids at school right now and you've got concerns about what they're coming on, what they're talking about, some of the stuff that's coming out of the school, which you're privy to, like letters or emails or whatever it is parents get these days from schools. If you've got any concerns or any doubts about the behavioral change of your child or children, click on that link and watch it. Okay. It's imperative that you do. Now, my good friend Richard Vobes, I speak to him nearly every day now. Okay. And we're trying to get him up here for a bit of a break. So it'd be cool if we can do a live stream together right here. It's absolutely going to be happening sometime this year. But anyway, he was the one who tipped me off on that. I saw a video pop up on his feed talking about this. Now, lots of us have got big concerns about what's happening with kids here in the UK. It's bloody frightening. If you've got no idea, you're not a parent or whatever it is, the stuff which I'm hearing about from emails of parents and stuff is unbelievable. It seriously is. So yeah, if any of you guys have got any concerns about what's going on with kids at school right now, yeah, sorry, that part of all of the film recommendations is over. We're talking serious stuff now. Okay, we've done that just to make sure that we had a few people in here, but it looks like we're hovering around 650 odd people now. Okay, so obviously not as much as what it is on Friday. This was a last minute thing, so it's absolutely awesome that anyone's here at all, to be frank. So what happened in 2020? Do you remember the supply chain issues with that massive, great big ship, which sort of went like this across the Suez Canal and blocked up everything? Well, the ramifications of what happened after that, it triggered so much global stuff about lots of ships being left out at sea. They couldn't come into port. There was reports about certain ports, not just in the US, but here in the UK and parts of Africa. These ports were absolutely owned by Chinese companies. Okay, and there was all sorts of rumors and speculations going around when all of the supply chain things started to bugger up 2020 and into 2021. Who remembers that? As we go back, it's a good place to start from 2020, because from what here we go, Norman. Oh, it's gone. Honestly, I can't keep up with you guys. There it is, Evergreen. Yes. Now, there's been so much talk about Evergreen and all of this stuff going on with the supply chain and how it's affected all sorts of things. Now, I think a keen thing to do is when things like this happen is to step back and try to connect it with the overall picture of what has been going on. Okay. Now, obviously, there's rabbit holes that most of you know literally go everywhere about is all of these things, which asleep people, I don't like saying that term, but it's the only way I can get my point across. Asleep people, they literally just see seemingly random events happening, but they've got a strong belief that none of it is connected. Now, some of us, not all of us, who have found time by doing the things which most of us do now, which cancel the TV, don't watch films, gives you time to research and look into things. And it's very, very difficult, especially nowadays with the censorship. And if you just do a search, whether it's on Google, on Chrome, or wherever it is, or DuckDuckGo, or even Firefox, you're going to have, I don't know now, hundreds of pages of just mainstream stuff with no independent stuff whatsoever. Okay, that makes it very, very hard for us researchers to try and dig to find out what's going on. And lots of it, a lot of people just make stuff up and put it out there as rumors. Now, whether these people are attention seekers, whether they've got mental problems, or maybe they're part of the opposition, as it were, just putting stuff out there to lead people down false trails, to take them away from what's really going on, all of that is on the table. Okay, you've got to be stonewall mad not to see that. Okay, so here we go. What's this one? Start page. I presume that's a web browser. Interesting. I use Brave and I use Anonymous View through quite an expensive VPN, actually, a very good VPN. So that's what I do if I need to start digging into something somewhat controversial where I don't want the powers to be knowing what I'm up to. So yes, that's absolutely true. What else has been going on? Yeah, well, obviously when 2020 happened, lots of stuff was going on in China. Lots of stuff was circulating on social media about facial recognition, the social credit score, all of that sort of stuff. Okay, now it's scary to see the amount of production going on in China around that time. Literally building, creating, testing, and manufacturing in huge, massive, mind-bogglingly bonkers amounts of kit and equipment, all geared towards AI, cameras, scanning equipment, whether it's biometrics. Okay, so we're looking at fingerprints, we're looking at retinas, we're looking at face build-up features, all of that stuff. Okay, and that was absolutely going on wholesale. Okay, and when you start looking at that back then, and there was a lot of fear mongering going on about, oh my God, this is going to be coming over here. Now, what you have to try and understand when we're talking about this stuff right now is China has literally been under an oppressive regime for a long period of time now. Okay, here in the UK, it's nothing like that. So it's taken a long time for China to end up where they are now. Now, I think they are going to be trying to push that lifestyle onto us in the West. And when I say the West, we're talking UK, Europe, and North America, maybe South America too, if you want to. It's going to take a long time to swing that to what's been happening in China. Now, honestly, the stuff that's going on in China, when you see kids' faces have to queue up and scan their face to get into school and playgrounds and things like this, it is total control. They just want to know where every single citizen is at all times. They want to know what they're eating, what they're buying, what they're selling, who they're talking to, what they're saying. And to be honest, it's none of their business, is it? If any of you watching now, you and me wanted to have a private conversation online somewhere, we should be free to talk about whatever we want without anyone else eavesdropping, selling our information about what we're talking about. It's no one's business. Now, that is one of the reasons why the only real fear that we face in the UK about online privacy is the online safety bill. Now, they have tried a few times to push that through Parliament. It's being discussed heavily in Europe as we speak. And if they, by any fluke or chance, get that bill put through, that is going to fundamentally change every single thing that we do online regards privacy, everything. Because it looks like by law, they're going to implement AI bots in every single online piece of software regards private chat. Okay, so if you're crazy enough to use WhatsApp, right? WhatsApp tracks you. Telegram tracks you. Okay, so many people say to me, are you on Telegram? I'll send you a Telegram message. I went on Telegram all through 2020, and I think at the end of 2021, it just got whistleblown. There was major hacks in there. They checked through the database within the Telegram software, and I had a good friend of mine who really knows his stuff online. He checked it. He ran his program, which he coded and made himself on Telegram, and it tracked him. So any of you guys are on Telegram, whether you get information from groups, etc., be advised that everywhere you go with your phone, Telegram is tracking you and your location. Whether you've turned it off on your phone, whether you think you're really clever, it tracks you. Okay, so I don't use Telegram anymore. Okay, WhatsApp, no. So these things, they really are. There's no privacy there. Okay, Instagram private message, no, not secure, not private. A text message on your phone, no, not private. The only thing which I've found via an app which you can use on your phone, which has got a good level of privacy, is Signal. Okay, now, yes, I know there's going to be some tech guys in there saying, oh yeah, Signal's no good, etc., blah blah blah. But to my knowledge right now, out of all of the main ones, that is one of the better ones. Now, there's Briar and Wire as well. Them two are pretty good, but they are quite complicated if you guys are not understanding of how P2P encryption works. Okay, if you're new to it, you might need to watch a few videos to sort of at least get the basics of how to create an account and to start chatting with someone. It may take some time getting used to that, but nonetheless, the information is out there on YouTube for now. But no, the online safety bill, that is a real concern. Okay, now we keep everything crossed and we hope that that doesn't get pushed through, because like I said, if it does, if you're not really high up within cybersecurity industry and know serious hardcore coding, maybe even towards the quantum level, okay, No, you're going to fall on your ass. It's really, really scary. Here we go. What's this? This is by Stephen. Watch Beyond the Reset. Oh, is that the animated thing with that guy getting his food delivered by drones and all that sort of stuff? If it is, yeah, that's all right. I think that's geared up towards people who woke up in 2020. I'll get it. But lots of us who woke up many, many years before that, that's just, that is just a very small piece of it. Okay. But yeah, and also watching stuff like that can do psychological fear implants into the mind. So yeah, be very careful what you watch. Now this is cool. Check this out, John. A Linux phone with Tor. Haha. Tails. Yeah, I've heard of that actually. And in fact, I've got a friend of mine who actually is built, I think with Raspberry Pi and Linux, his own. He calls it as like Armageddon or Apocalypse laptop, and it's nothing Google or nothing on there at all. And yeah, he's got some high-end stuff in there, and he swears he's going to make one for me, which would be bloody hell. Yeah, Linux is definitely the way to go. Here we go, Mac. Pretty much where I am, mate. VPN via Proton Mail, combined with a start page. You need to look into the start page because someone else has mentioned that. Been using Signal for years. Yeah, Telegram. Don't, honestly. If any of you guys are on Telegram, no matter how important you feel these groups are that you follow where you get information from, all I'm going to do is advise you that you are being tracked everywhere and information is being leaked. Okay, now Telegram that first got made popular. Do you remember the Hong Kong protest or the Hong Kong riots when the Chinese started to try and take over there? Now the only way that the Hong Kong protesters were able to meet up and organize and really do strategic maneuvers regards their protest and their demonstrations was everyone was connected with Telegram, because it's all encrypted and the authorities could not figure out how these guys were managed to organize so successfully without the police knowing. Now, obviously, a lot of clever people, a lot of money got funneled into figuring out how to get into Telegram, and they've done it quite easily. Actually, it's quite scary. Some of you guys watching who know your stuff about coding, you probably read about it years ago. But yeah, Signal is much better than Telegram. So if you're on Telegram, do what you can to get off of it. If you are on there, I don't know how you're going to do it. You're trying to find contact details to share it, because like Mac's saying here, all of the information is being leaked. So you're not going to be secure. That's my take on it anyway. There we go. Signal. Now, Briar. Now, this was put on to me by a guy who I used to know, who literally worked his way up with cybersecurity within, I don't even want to say it, a three-letter word beginning with N here in the UK. He was headhunted, okay? Really knew his stuff. He rose through the ranks. Very, very clever guy. And when I spoke to him ages ago, he said to me that Signal is easy and it's not too bad. But if you want top-end stuff where you are really much guaranteed privacy, I think it was Wire, WIRE, as a private messaging app that you can get on your phone. Wire. It's quite complicated to use if you're new to that sort of stuff. And Briar, he said, was pretty good. But the top end one at that time, 2 years ago now, things may have changed, is Wire. That is what you recommend for high level SHIT. That was his words. Yeah, Henry, that's it, mate. Yeah. So, sup, G? How's it going, brother? So yeah. Oh, look at this, Alan. Dark web. I'm not playing in the dark web. Sorry, too risky. I've got too much to lose. Here we go. Stephen, same here, mate. I woke up. Now it's a generalistic term, waking up and asleep. But yeah, the easiest way to describe it is, yeah, I woke up in 2008. Maybe one day I'll tell my story, but I don't think many people will get it. The easiest way to say it is we're not talking just 3D stuff. We're talking 5D stuff now. Lots of you won't get it, so I'm not going to go there at the moment. We might have to wait. Maybe I'll do something on my website when I do the member section. I will share stuff like that because yeah, whole new level. So yes, what else have we got here? Weather events. Now, I don't know how many people watching this video have heard of the term HAARP, HAARP. Some of you will, some of you will not, because like I said, everyone wakes up at their own time. They're privy to certain pieces of information, whatever they're drawn to. Okay, my advice is try not to waste too much time in the area of religion and politics. Personally, you're going to be wasting a lot of time, and you're not going to get the answers which you're looking for. Seek outside of those two key areas, and if you're going esoteric, tread carefully in the dark. Being warned. I'm not joking. I've been there. Right. Lisa. I'll get it. Right. So, oh my God, David J, really? Some of you guys insane. What's this? What's Q phones? Please don't tell me it's nothing to do with all of that BS which is happening in 2020 with the Trump, the tunnels, the white hats, and Q. Well, any of you guys are into that, honestly, don't waste your time. That was a big psyop for people who are waking up in 2020. It's all BS, right? You can say that with confidence if you've been awake for a long period of time. You can see it. You get to see this stuff. And unfortunately, lots of people fell for the Q movement and all of this. Trump's here to save the world. But let me tell you something. Whether you love Trump or whether you hate him is all part of the paid agenda. Okay, he is just playing his part. Same with Putin, all of them. Okay. Now I know that might hurt some people me saying that, but from what I've looked into, it's the truth. Okay. Lots of people who claim to talk about the truth, who've got a big following, be very careful of who you listen to and what you believe. Russell Brand, I don't trust him as far as I can throw him straight through that door. Okay. That YouTube channel called Redacted, I don't really trust that at all. And I know lots of you people watch that. It's far too highly polished. It's got too big of a following to create content like that without getting just obliterated from the internet. So I do smell a rat with that sort of stuff. So it doesn't bother me what you think. I'm just telling you what I feel based on me really being switched on with intuition. Okay, with the 5D stuff, intuition is absolutely. If you haven't got intuition, you're just going to fall down rabbit holes and just get lost and waste a lot of time. Well, you need to get that third eye working properly, big time. Okay, there's no two ways about it. Chemtrails absolutely are real. I'll get a lot of flack from people on Instagram when I post up pics about chemtrails. You get all of the progressives, all of the left just jump all over it saying, oh, it's just condensation and blah, blah, blah. Mate, if you can't see what chemtrails are doing to food production, people's health, and altering the environment as regards vitamin D from the sun, man, there's nothing more I can say. Absolutely, yeah, chemtrails are real, very real. So, yeah, there's other people understand about Russell Brand. I don't know how he's got that following. I mean, that tells me there's a lot of sheep people out there, or lots of people listen to what he's saying because they understand. I mean, he's got a lot of ties and close friends who are heavily involved with the powers above the government, shall we say. Okay, so no way. Why would I trust someone like that? Yeah, maybe he is one of those compass and square guys, which I just said in there. Jumped on a bandwagon. There we go. Yeah. Here's a guy trying to resurrect his career, and he saw this and he jumped on it. So yeah, it's cool. I mean, I do feel sorry for people who just fall on every word that Russell Brand says. Not buying it. The only way that I can see that happening is people who were completely asleep, like I was, and regular other guys out there. But when 2020 happened, towards the end of 2020, when he started switching on to Russell Brand, you know, he was absolutely set up, poised at that time, ready to just lead all of you new awakened guys straight down a lot of BS Street. BS Street, I like that, or BS Avenue. Wow, we're 9 minutes away from drink time. That's incredible. I'll tell you what, before I forget, I just want to make sure. Oh. No. Oh, I knew it. I knew it. Yes, thanks to Reg and Dwayne over on PayPal. It's not coming up on there, but I knew I've got it set on my phone. Thank you for them donations on PayPal. Really appreciate that. Liam, as regards your question, I'm not going to be voicing my opinions on organically grown natural YouTube channels. Okay, people like Russell Brand and all of the other lot, you know, fine, because they're massively in the public eye. I smell a rat. But some of the guys on YouTube, I'm not going to be drawn into arguments of who's right and who's wrong. Okay. So what else have we got here? Yeah, I wanted to touch on the emergency alerts about all of that stuff which was going on. Now, does anyone know, or even if you're watching now, did any of you take part in it? Did you actually receive the alert on your phone? Or did you know anyone who received that alert on their phone? If so, have you noticed any differences on your phone? Or have your people that you know who have received the alert, have they told you about differences which they have received on their phone? Let me tell you this, there's things starting to come out now about that emergency alert system, okay? Oh, I'll tell you what, here we go. Jen. Now, Jen, I can presume is Jennifer, I don't know, all scripted. Now, there's a girl who knows where she's going. Absolutely right. Mark, I believe you might mean adapt 2030, not adopt. Adapt, David Dubine, yes. I'm on board with David. I think he's awesome. In fact, yeah, I could recommend other YouTube channels which I watch. Suspicious Observers, a guy called Ben. That's really good. Although for the newbie, it's very, very complicated and difficult to understand some of the key phrases and verbiage that he uses on his videos. Okay, but nonetheless, if you stick around and ask people in the chat, they might sort of let you in on certain things, because the short videos and lots of the information is very, very high level as regards the sun, basically. There's a lot of technical talk in that, but nonetheless, it's a good channel, and he's got over 600,000 YouTube subscribers. I did used to watch a long time ago Epic Economist, but I'll stop watching that now. It's just a bit samey, and he's been peddling that stuff for years. So yeah, it's awesome. So no, it looks like that no one's had any issues with changes on their phones. It looks like everyone here was on the same page. You didn't fall for that exercise, and it was an exercise. Speaking of YouTubers, now I put a post up on the community section some time ago about a guy which I'm quite fond of, but it's coming to light that he might not appear to be what he seems. Christian Ice Age Farmer. Now, some people have been emailing me saying like, don't fall for that guy, he's controlled opposition, etc. I really don't know. Okay, it really needs a lot of time to seriously look into what Christian is genuinely all about. Okay, he's literally vanished from the internet over the last 18 months or so. He's just literally just gone. Now, there's no reports of any of his friends or family saying that he's passed away or nothing like that. It's very, very strange though someone could just disappear like that after he was really gaining a good level excuse me, of popularity. All right. So yeah, Christian, Ice Age Farmer. Does anyone know what's been going on with that? Now let me tell you this, right? Okay, the Earth is flat. Personally, if you like Jason Brashears, if you look into archaics, okay, now he is a simulation theorist. He genuinely believes that we are in a simulation, just like the film The Matrix, for real, okay, based on holographic projections and lots of other things. Now he says it's worthwhile. It is worthwhile looking into the flat Earth thing. It really, really is. But it won't take you long if you know what you're doing to get to a dead end with that. But it's interesting to go through that process, so he says. But don't just believe that one thesis, okay? But he said, nonetheless, it's important to open your mind to more things, come out of it. And he said, basically, it doesn't matter to him one iota whether the Earth is round, flat, a cube. It's got no relevance whatsoever. Simulation is a simulation. It doesn't matter what it is. I mean, it's like politics. You could spend your whole life arguing whether the Earth is round or flat. Where's it going to get you? What's it going to do? Okay. So that was just touching on what Jason believes. Okay. Whether it's round or it's flat, personally, I don't give a crap. I don't care. I really don't care whether the Earth is round or flat. I don't care. So if you want to say, no, it's not, it's flat, no, it's not, it's round, mate, if you want to play that childish game, like I'm right and you're wrong, fine. But don't bring me into it. I'm not falling flat Earth or round Earth or diamond Earth or wiggly Earth or wobbly life. Really. But another thing, now this is big from how I look at things, is the use of cash. Okay. Cash, I know it's fiat currency, etc., but it's the only way, apart from barter and trading, which we might touch on in a bit, it's the only way to safeguard private transactions. Okay, from how I look at things, privacy and freedom go hand in hand. It really does. Okay, you can't have one without the other. They both link beautifully well. Freedom and privacy. Okay, now we are, if you don't already know, being heavily attacked on our freedoms and indeed our privacies. Okay, it's all about control. If you don't get it by now, like I say, the reason I say this is lots of people are new to the channel and they just literally might have woken up yesterday. They got no idea which a lot of us are talking about in the chat or what I'm talking about now. So I'm trying to sort of bring new people along and try to give them some hints and tips about research, about what's really going on, how long it's been going for, where it's projected to go, to save them guys a lot of time. Okay, based on all of the years I've been looking at this, don't waste time with religion, don't waste time with politics. Try your best to avoid them. They will suck so much time out of your resource and research. They really, really will. Okay, now you have to spend time looking into it first to realize that. All right. Oh my God. All of a sudden I see color and it's Black Fang Werewolf. Hey brother, hope you're doing well. Thanks for that donation, sir. You're a legend. Man, this guy never misses. Brilliant. So yes, cash. Do your best to use cash. Okay. It's difficult because if you look at your bank balance, like if you got your phone or you go on your computer or whatever it is, if you look at your bank balance of how much you got to last you for that month or even that week if you get paid weekly, but most bills are paid monthly. Okay, so you know how much you've got, you know how much you need to spend. Now it's quite scary going to a cash point and drawing out the maximum, whether it's 250 or 300 or whatever, £500, whatever bank allows you to use. If you start drawing out big wads like that, then you really have to keep an eye on what you've got left in the bank, and you really have to keep an eye on what you've got in your wallet. It doesn't take long to draw £200 cash out of a cash point, and then you'll start sticking £80 a week into your fuel tank. Well, that £200 is not going to last long, so you'll constantly go into the cash point and drawing out cash. Now, when you do this, you seriously have to keep an eye on that balance. how much you need to keep in there for certain bills, etc. Right? So I think a lot of things that affects people to stop people using cash so much is because they notice that they're burning through it really, really quick. When you start doing that contactless stuff, or whatever it is they call it now, chip and pin, whatever, you don't tend to sort of see it as easy. So they feel less stressed using that. Okay. But nonetheless, it's hard, but try your best. Try and use cash. I'm not going to preach that I'm perfect. I do it sometimes. I think, oh my God, I look in my wallet. Bloody hell, there was £200 there 3 days ago, and there's nothing in there. Then you've got to go to the cash point again. But all of a sudden, you find yourself in that store with 50 quid worth of shopping to pay for, and you have to use your card. I've been there. No one's perfect. But what I'm trying to do is trying to better myself to make sure that every time before I go into a shop, check what I've got in my wallet, check how much I've got in the bank, then go in there and get it. Here we go. Now this pretty lady, ginger pale, hi, says the word barter. Thank you for that donation, by the way. Barter, yes, absolutely. Like I said, cash is fantastic. It's good. It's fiat currency. Do you know what? There was some theory going around a few years ago that there's certain technology within banknotes and they're trackable. How true that is, I don't really know. It's just something I heard a few years ago. If any of you guys have spent some time and looked into that, can you send me an email or stick in a comment if you're watching the replay, or indeed throw it in the chat right now? It'd be interesting. You know, if that level of technology exists where they can put something inside a banknote and it can be tracked wherever it's physically going. Because, you know, if that is true, then yeah, the privacy thing's blown. But what the pretty lady just said earlier, barter, now that is one thing which has literally been on my radar since 2012, big time. Like I said, I woke up in 2008 and I spent 4 years solid, every single second of the day I had spare, researching into what the hell is really going on in our reality, right? And I come to the conclusion that there's only one way the future is going to go, and it's not going to be good. It's going to be bad, but it will get good after that. But we all have to go through really bad stuff. That's why I concluded on the back of a 4-year intense solid research project. And these were the days where you can find information really easy online without finding all this censorship crap. It's really hard now. So it's very, very hard for independent researchers to find true source information which is actually factual. Okay, like I was saying in previous videos, it's very, very hard to know what's true and what's false. I'll tell you what is true. The time has changed and I need a drink. I just noticed it. I think because the #1 moderator, she's not on tonight. So let me just check. No way. What? Ian. No way. Ian, whoever you are on PayPal. My God. That's an awesome donation, brother. I didn't expect that. Man, you guys hit me up on PayPal. Honestly, I need a drink after that. And I'm not joking. Bloody hell. So here this stuff is. If you can look at it, it's quite cloudy. Can you see? It's not as crystal clear as the usual side that I'm used to. And of course, that's a bad man at 8.4%. Look at that. And it's called For Beast. Can you see that? There it is. By Borderland. Made in Wales, mate, from Welsh apples. And I don't know if this is worth you guys doing. It's all back to front. There you go. It's exactly what's in there. And I do believe they got, it looks like a Facebook group and a phone number. That's cool. But yeah, do you know what? One thing I've noticed in Wales, everyone, right or wrongly, is on Facebook. Oh my God. All of their businesses are on Facebook. Just imagine if something happened to Facebook, 80% of all business in Wales would stop overnight. man, people in Wales need to wake up. Don't use Facebook, mate. If you love being tracked and all your privacy just thrown everywhere, like Telegram and WhatsApp, Facebook, oh, bloody hell. Oh my God, look at this. No, I think this is going to kick me in the ass. Oh my God, look at that. It's not even bubbling. You know that's strong. Uh-oh. Funky's in trouble. Oh my God. Look at that. No fizz. Cloudy. It's filtered. There's no bits in there. So it's not a scrumpy like some of you lot in Cornwall know all about. So all I'm going to say is it's gone 10. Cheers, everybody. I hope you're all well. God, that's dry. Bloody hell, yeah, that's going to be... Bloody hell, I'm in trouble. God, that's an acquired taste. Bloody hell. It's like it's filtered through a leather belt. Oh, it's true. Excuse me. Bloody hell, that is strong. Well, I'm not joking, man. That is serious. The beast. Wow. Anyway, we could get carried away, couldn't we? Let's have a look at the little list of things to do. Food prices. That's another one. That literally affects everyone, doesn't it? Food prices. Now, like I've done on last night's live stream, the amount of people who are applying for allotments, I've been hearing from 2, 3, I can't remember if it's 6 or 7. It's really hard to keep count because the emails are getting crazy. Like the email addresses buddies for the people just fire emails at me, and yeah, keep them coming because I do go through them, and there's lots that I haven't read yet, but I am getting there. And yeah, some of these people that was saying about the stuff going on with growing stuff at the allotments, the waiting lists are insane now, because that tells me that people are waking up. All right, people are waking up to the fact that the food that they are eating is making them ill. Literally, that's the easiest way to say it. And like myself, and I do know many of you watching now, grow your own food, okay? Your own fruit and vegetables, etc. Some of you rear livestock too, small holdings, etc. But I do believe that the tide is now turning. I do believe the sheep are waking up. Bloody hell. Whew. It's true. What is that cider? Oh my God. Yeah. So there's lots of indicators when you see the tide of time changing. It really, really is. And when you hear stories of waiting lists getting longer just to grow fruit and veg, it's sort of been, should we say, a bit of a trend. Who remembers Hugh Fernley Whittingstall back in the day? Now, he was a pretty cool guy. He was raising awareness of how important food is for us, like real meat and real fruit and veg without pesticides and chemicals and all the rest of it. Now, what would be interesting to discuss on here, if any of you guys in the UK have a small holding and you have animals, okay, whether you've got some goats, some sheep, some chickens, some pigs, or whatever it is, what is the possibilities of rearing animals off of the radar where they're not registered, etc.? Because what I'm led to believe, now I don't know how true this is, if you do it legally and above board and legit and everything else, they have to be registered. You obviously have to pay some sort of money, because it's always like this with scams. You pay money, licenses, registrations, a number is generated, maybe a tag or something that stays on the animal, whether it's a chip inside or a little plastic tag on their ear, whatever it is. Injections. Now, in the good old days, a long time ago, you would have a small holding in the UK and there'd be animals on there, and they weren't chipped, they weren't registered, they weren't vaccinated, they weren't anything, okay? Back then, the level of obesity, diabetes, and cancer, etc., were a drop in the ocean compared to what we have now. Now, who remembers a comedian back in the day called Bernard Manning, the big guy from Manchester, I think it was. Now he funnily said, "You are what you eat." And when you think about that, it's absolutely true. You are exactly what you eat. So if you're going around eating kebabs on a Friday night, drinking 20 pints of Stella or whatever it is, and having like pot noodles and burger van stuff, that is not going to be good for you, especially over a prolonged period of time. And then you change to someone on the opposite scale who is growing all of their fresh fruit and vegetables in their own garden, organic, no pesticides. But moreover, and here's the important thing, to rear animals without anything injected into them or any sort of false or fake stuff going into that meat supply. Okay, because I do believe that the powers that be, whoever they are, stuff is going into our food supply. Moreover, the meat food chain. I really do believe that there's stuff going into these animals when they're alive, to do all sorts of things which will invariably make our way to us who consume their products. Okay, so it'd be interesting to see what you guys think about what I'm talking about this, because if any of you watching this who do have a small holding with animals, the legalities of what you can and can't do regards injections of animals, could you send me an email? It's really important that I'll read up on this. Okay. Now, Alan, absolutely, mate. Pig, that is one of the most versatile meats which you can use the whole animal. Okay. Or even pork scratchings, it's just pig skin, just deep fried. Okay, it's amazing. Also, moving on from pigs, guinea pigs, that is where it's at, because at the rate that they breed, and if you go to South America, I can't remember what is it, Peru? I think it might be Peru, that they're massively into guinea pigs, and you see them all hanging up. They're huge. And they're just like little humans, stroke little pigs all hanging up. And it's the same thing. You can eat the entirety of those, but you need less food for guinea pigs. They grow faster than real pigs, and they breed like crazy. So guinea pigs are the future. Here we go. It is Peru. Belinda, bless you, darling. I think you're right. Yeah, Peru. So yeah, what do we know about what is put into meat? Now, a long time ago, I knew someone who was the biggest dairy farmer in the UK, in southern England. Okay, 12,000 acres, and he had all of these dairy cattle, etc. And he was actually selling milk, and then he diversified onto top quality rare breed meats for Waitrose, so top dollar meat. Okay. Now, when I went around it to visit, and I was looking at, they was all in the barn with their heads coming through these big metal poles, feeding from these big round plastic tubs, which I've learned to be called stock blocks. So if you want to research stock blocks, it is literally a pellet-based feed which they eat. And when I looked into it, they've got an ingredient thing on the side, and it said corn. And when it said from country of origin, it said US. Now, when I researched back at that time, this was about 2000, probably about 2010, something around that time, I'm guessing. All right. At that time, I believe it was over 90% of all of the corn exported from the United States to America was in fact genetically modified. So when you just have that one thing, corn, and there was other things in that food which these cattle in the UK was eating, it does make you wonder, what the hell are they putting into the food supply which we eat, which are making us really, really crazy. There you go. Genetically modified organisms, corn. Exactly, mate. It's GM. And in the UK, we call it GM, genetically modified. In America, they call it genetically modified organisms, but it's exactly the same thing. It's basically food that's been mucked around. Genuine heirloom, basic, good, clean, organic sweet corn We call it sweet corn. Americans call it corn. Some people call different variation called maize, etc. It's all of the same species of plant. And, you know, that stuff, what they do is they just take certain things out of it through the genomes, etc. And how dare they mess with nature? But they have. And at some point, when you look at all of these things coming together with everything else which is going on, once you start waking up and questioning things and you think, bloody hell, it is a good thing. You go into a supermarket, you look around, and when you just actually stop and look at the multicolored packaging, etc., and we've all been there, the packaging looks amazing, whatever it is. You take the product out and you think, oh, I feel a bit ripped off now. And you know that packaging costs a lot of money, and it just ends up in the bin. It's ridiculous how supermarkets and everything else works. I would rather buy a good quality product with very basic packaging, because I'm not interested in how the packaging looks, because it's going to go in the bloody bin, or I'm going to burn it in my log burner if it's paper. Okay, so yeah, it's just rip off Britain when you look at it. And honestly, if you start looking at the ingredients of food and how food has changed over the years, it's absolutely mind-blowing what's going on. It really, really is. It's insane. So yeah, I would be very interested to see, you know, what they're putting in the food. And the most common misconception is, remember, the public will go into a supermarket and they'll think whatever is available in this supermarket has to be rigorously tested, and it's not going to have any adverse effect on the human body. That is completely false misnomer. Okay, that is not the case. You could quite happily go around supermarkets living off of ready meals, consuming chocolate, sweets, sugar, numbers, chemicals, etc. And what do you think is going to happen if you compare that to someone who's only going to be drinking pure, clean, non-messed around, organic, healthy food, whether it's meat, fish, fruit, vegetables, organic, clean, healthy flour to make good bread, etc. There's going to be a massive difference between these two different types of personnel, which I'm talking about now. Okay, it really, really is. So yeah, you are what you eat, and it's just nuts. So yeah, that is one thing. So like I said, if anyone's watching this video, if anyone's got any information about what animals are being fed here in the UK, whether it's high-end, mass-produced farming, intensive farming, or down to the guy who's got a farm, who's got 4 goats and 2 chickens, you know, what is the law regarding, do they need to be injected or tracked or traced or registered or whatever it is? Okay. Oh my goodness, really? No way. I've got to check this. Oh man. Do you know it's getting way too hot in here? I'm not joking. Yeah, wow. You PayPal guys are nuts. I'm sorry, I appreciate that. It's insane. But yeah, it is insane what's going on. And like I said, if you guys want to see that video, I'm planning to make a video about the cough syrup I've done. And believe it or not, it has made a bit of a difference. So I do think it's working. If I don't take it, I'm literally coughing every, sometimes 40 seconds all the way through the day. And it's worse when I lay down on my back. It's a nightmare. What else is there? Yeah, the ULEZ thing. Now, who is in London? I know Kaz. She's over there in London, bless her. What have you been noticing with your own eyes with any ULEZ cameras? These cameras are a freaking nightmare. In fact, I've got a video which I'm going to be trying to do at some point. I'm going to be really busy next week, so I'm going to try and fit it in somehow, about certain cameras going up in certain parts of the country which look like they're just put there in readiness for something to come. But no, we're talking about ULEZ. I've heard stories of some of them are getting destroyed in a myriad of ways. Okay, painted, set fire, covered over, cut down, whatever. Oh my god, here we go. Black Fang, cheers, dude. I make my own gear from rabbit pelts. Make your own gear. Wow, Not smoking that gear. Cheers, dude. Appreciate that. Here we go. This is from Angelique. That's a nice name, Angelique. These ULEZ cameras are going missing. What, people are cutting them down and taking them? Wow, that'd be awesome. Well, London girl. Oh, I've missed it. Staying still. Here it is. What's this? Angie Mac Fergal is awesome. Is that a YouTube channel? Is it? Clueless here. Let's see this chat. Wow. Yes, do you know someone else said this? Is it that woman, the funny one, the blonde woman who she went to the Oxford protest? I forget her bloody name, but she likes to drink, right? And she was saying about some of these camera installations are being pumped with expandable foam. So obviously, I think they got vents because there's fans, they overheat, and they need to vent to keep them cool so they work. And if foam's getting jammed into these vents, it can't cool, overheats, and therefore melts down and just doesn't work. Oh, here we go. Do you know what? I swear by a cup of warm water once, so I reckon it's 1 teaspoon of honey and half a lemon. Funny enough, I just went out and bought a lemon today. Look at that. A nice big organic unwaxed lemon. Yeah, and I've got my honey right there. Okay. Raw honey, local, with all of the local stuff in there, not something from miles around, and an organic unwaxed lemon. Yes, warm water. Obviously, it's got to be below 60 degrees. You start putting raw honey in boiling water, guess what? You've killed everything good of that honey. That's why it's good to have one of those little infrared temperature guns. We put the laser dot on it. It tells you exactly how hot it is. So if it's hot, I'll just leave it for a couple of minutes, come back and check it, and it gradually cools. Once it's gone around 50, 55 degrees C, get your honey in there. That's my advice. I look at the time, 2222. And I looked up there earlier when it's 8888. Do you guys see them numbers as well? Don't get me started on 1111. No, I've literally got thousands of snapshotted, screenshotted by chance, like-minded time numbers on my phone. Oh, it's just thousands now. It's nuts. I see them all the time. And to me, that is a sign that things are going to be changing, challenging. It's telling me to prepare. So that's what I see into it. Here we go. Someone said screw fix phone. Yeah, insane. London girl. Yeah, raw honey. It's not that squeezy £1.50 crap you get in supermarkets. It's amazing. It's really, really good. Oh, there we go. Jody. Yeah. You're on the right path. Go and see a Reiki practitioner. Look around locally and go to whatever one you're drawn to, regardless. Just go there and just totally chill out. Happened to me, changed my life like you wouldn't believe. So, oh, I can't miss these because they pop up. Sean Frizzell. Thank you for that donation, sir. Every single penny helps. That's awesome. What else is there? 42. Ah, yeah. Someone knows. Right. Angel number. Yeah. Yeah, we've got some people awakening. That's cool. What have we got here? What else have we got here? 15-minute cities. That's another one. Now, there's lots. I'm getting quite a bit of information about the research going into 15-minute cities about, like I said in previous videos, they are happening all over the UK. Every single council in the United Kingdom right now has signed up to be a part of the 15-minute city concept. Every one of them. Okay. So our battles lie within the first port of call, which is our council. We need to do whatever we can to make our local councils fully aware that we are not happy at all with anything to do with these 15-minute cities. Okay. I also saw that there was big price rises in ULEZ charges within London, etc. And even electric cars are going to have to pay X amount. You know, it's really getting, I think, here we go. I've seen it. Lisa, I love you, darling. Katie Hopkins. I think she's brilliant. I really do. And do you know what makes me laugh about her? is she just comes across as being so, dare I say it, and I don't want to do this, but she comes across as so middle class, quite intelligent, and she's speaking very, very precisely and correctly. And all of a sudden, she just drops in like rude words, and it completely shocks me every time. I'll never see it coming, and it's just hilarious. I think she's really good. I do love her. She's excellent, and she's doing a good job because she's exposing a lot of truth and getting people to look at things a certain way, which is what we need. We need people with higher profiles, just pushing people into questioning things. So yeah, Katie Hopkins, yeah, I'm a big fan. In fact, I think I've followed her on Instagram. I just forgot her name periodically there. Yeah. No way. Was she in the mill? No, I didn't know. Do you know what? With that sense of humour, yeah, it probably was. Blimey. There we go, Alice. Yeah, absolutely right, darling. The C40 agenda. We've done live streams and stuff about this before. C40, absolutely. And guess who's in charge of that? Well, publicly anyway. Yep, Genghis Khan in London. That's the guy. I know I'll call him that because he is. Well, he thinks he is. I'll tell you what. You get that Khan guy, right? You get him away from all his bodyguards. Guess what? I would say anyone who's soft could sort that guy out, if you know what I mean. Is nothing. He really is nothing. What's this? Oh, it's in the video. Peeps, take down the cameras. Good. Yeah. Absolutely. Me too. Who is that? Hi, K. Emovan. I'm sorry if I spelled that wrong. But no, you're absolutely right, darling. I've seen it too. And I've shown some clips on some videos that I've done before. And yes, absolutely. People need to start doing something, because let me tell you this, if we don't do anything at all, if we don't contact our councils, if we don't take part in what was happening, which we mentioned earlier about these cameras, the powers that be are just going to go, they don't care, bring it on. All right, then let's just put it in place. All of a sudden you'll wake up one day and it'll be there, and then it'll be too late. Okay, so yeah, I'm glad to see that there is some sort of pushback about all of these cameras, because once these are all in place around all of the towns and cities all over the UK, yeah, it needs to change, because like I said, privacy and freedom come hand in hand, and that is blatantly an attack on both. And if no resistance is met about these, then yeah, we deserve everything we get. Let's just be clear about that, okay? If you want to go into that as well, what we've discussed recently about what's happening in France, yes, apparently the UK government have raised pension age in the UK to 70 years old. And instantly, as soon as that information went public, there was millions of people writing all over London, just absolutely sick of that decision. I mean, it's incredible. There's been rioting with the police all over London. No, not a snifter. Nothing at all. It does make me wonder, and I think what it might be is people are worried about being arrested, maybe going to prison, losing their jobs, having some sort of financial clause in regards of how they received money, because of they were actively involved in doing something against all of this crap's coming down the road. And the only way I think that is because lots of people are aware that they can't talk privately online without the authorities or someone, 77th Brigade, etc., the three-letter agencies in the UK, without them being aware and being able to put a stop to certain things before it happens. So that could be one of the reasons why we haven't seen an uprising in London, especially like we've been seeing in Paris. It's either that or the majority of the people in the United Kingdom are complete pussies compared to our French cousins across the water, sorry. That's how it's appearing, because no one seems to be doing anything. When I'm doing my best to tell people about what's going on, and I'm speaking to people, and it does look like there is going to be big protests in London this summer. But when you talk about information coming out in the mainstream about the pension age going to 70, Why wait till summer? Let's go now. Let's go to London right now and sort this out. Let's go to Parliament and have it out with these guys. But what's happening? Nothing. It's a travesty. It's a travesty. Here we go. We need freedom. Do you know what? We used to have it. And do you know the only way to get freedom is you have to fight for it. And no one's fighting. That's why we're losing freedom. It's the easiest freaking basic way to say it, okay? You have to earn freedom. You have to earn respect, okay? If you don't, you just don't get it. And they're taking it away. They're going, do you know what? They obviously don't think that much of freedom because there's no rioting, there's no protesting, nothing's happening. And they're going, oh my God, this is easy. Let's just roll out this. Let's just write this law. Let's just pass that. Yeah, we get a bit of resistance in the press, newspapers, and whatever. But no, nothing really happens. Right, push that button, put that through. What's next? 15-minute cities. Yeah, let's get that done. Oh, guess what? We've had a bit of a ruck going on in Canterbury and Oxford. What's happened all over the UK? Nothing much. Okay, let's get that done. We need to start doing what the French are doing. I'm sorry. Yes, it might not work, but the people of this country need to let off steam somewhere. They need to do something rather than just slagging people off online. Okay, we need to do something. And like I said, I will be going to London this year, right, with these protests, because there will be protests in London this summer. It has to happen, and I'm going there. And I've already got about 10 or is it 12? I'm not sure if Tom and Jeff are coming, but we got 10 guaranteed. Sorry, I'll get bugged up. But yeah, we've got 10 people coming with me, meeting up in London when it all starts to formalize. So we've got plenty of time to meet up and do something, okay? Because if we don't stand up this summertime in London and make a massive spectacle where the mainstream have to report it. I mean, when we had some lockdown protests in 2020, there was rumors that there was around 1 million people turn up. No, we need 10 million. We need 10 million to literally just bomb the middle of London. Literally, not bomb it literally, but literally just go to central London, even in the city inside London. Just go everywhere and stay there for as long as possible, okay? This is where prepping comes in. You take a bag, you take food, you take some sort of way to keep yourself warm, because you're going to be staying in London for a week, day and night, protesting and not moving. That's what we need. That's what we need to do. None of all this, let's turn up at 9 o'clock on a sunny day, let's go for a little walk, wave some banners around and sing a few songs, take some selfies and go home. Man, that ain't going to change a goddamn thing. And if you think it will, man, you're well mistaken. We need action. We need big voices. We need to literally go right on Downing Street. We need to encircle Parliament. We need to do that. And we need to stay there for a long time, not just a day. That's what we need to do. So like I said in last night's presentation, when you looked at the Peasants' Revolt and the French Revolution, you know, we need to start seeing stuff like that nowadays, because it breaks my heart to say this, but when you look at all of our grandparents and great-grandparents who went to World War I and World War II, saw some terrible things, trying to do their best to make sure that this country wasn't invaded or taken over from the Germans, okay? They will be literally thrown up in their graves because we are sitting back and just letting them toss it off. We need to do something. Kind of got to blow my nose in a sec. Anyway, I think I'm going to have to call this a day because it's been over an hour and a half. So I'd like to thank everyone who's donated over on PayPal. That's absolutely awesome. And everyone who's donated in this as well. I didn't expect any of it, to be frank. Like I said, this was just like a literally last minute thing, just to pass some time and see and get some information, especially about food within the small holding industry and registrations. I'm really keen to understand that. What is going on with these cameras in and around London and indeed all over the UK. Any of you seen anything? If you can, I have had people take some photographs of the end of their road with these cameras, these black plastic pelly case type boxes, which are getting zip tied to lampposts. Send me those in pictures and tell me what you're seeing, because that is happening right now. Okay. So yeah, any information that you can, that you want me to share and we'll look at, and do videos or live streams about, and try to get key people in as well, so we can discuss on a joint live stream about certain things which people want to know about. By all means, send me the email. The email address is below this video. Don't forget to sign up to that newsletter. You really have to do that, because if something happens to this, I can't contact you. Direct people to Odyssey, Rumble, all of that is below the video. Please check the links in the description if you've got 5 seconds. That's all it takes. Have a look through there. And don't forget that live stream is on right now for 48 hours, and they're having guests from all over the country and some parts of the world as well, talking about the big problems with all of this agenda, this woke stuff going on with our kids at school, okay? All of this alphabet people, the LMGT plus 70, 90 genders, all that nonsense. They're talking about it right now. So I'm going to go there and I'll see you in the chat. The link is below this video. Click onto that and you'll be straight into the live stream on the chat. Telling me come from here, it all helps, because we're all trying to form communities online. There's lots of good people out there. Richard Phobes is in there right now. So I'll see you there. Thank you to everyone who's taken part in the chat, everyone who stayed to the end of watching the replay. I really appreciate your time. And like I say, all emails are welcome. Just hit me up. The address is below this video. And the moderators, you guys are beautiful, and I really do mean that. Without you, it's going to be a war in the comments and no one's going to want to be in there. So thank you very much for making sure it stayed clean. And you guys have an absolutely awesome weekend. Let's hope there's some nice weather left. Enjoy it with family and give yourself some time for yourself. All right, step away from all this for a bit. You need a bit of your time. Yeah, you. Right, take care. Thanks for watching and stay funky.